So guys, we come and see this comment that is saying, amma ta yaya suke gane mutum ya yi transaction har su yi approving kenan ko da a DEX idan validator ya ga dama zai hana transaction ɗinka wucewa. So for those of you that are not understanding Hausa, what he means is, how did validators knows that you send a transaction for them to approve? Does this mean that even in DEX, which is decentralized exchange, when you send a transaction, a validator can stop the transaction from going through? So the answer is no. Okay, here is how this works. Here is how it works. You are using wallet application to send the transaction, right? You are using wallet to send the transaction. So each wallet have notes under it, right? Which when you send the transaction, the wallet software is sending the transaction to the node, which each node have what we call memory pool, which the memory pool is the node itself will send the transaction that the wallet sent for it. It will send the transaction to the memory pool, right, as a pending transaction. So the memory pool of that, like each node have its own personal memory pool. So the memory pool will now broadcast to the other memory pools in the blockchain entirely. So this means that all the nodes in the blockchain will be aware of the transaction. So then validators will now be picking transactions one by one from memory pools. Validators are now picking transaction one by one from memory pools to validate. But yet, validators are picking transactions based on the gas fee only. They don't know anything. They did not care about how serious are you with your transaction. They only pick transaction based on the gas fee. So the more gas fee you used for your transaction, the faster your transaction is going to be validated, because validators only validate transaction based on the gas fee, right? So example, maybe if 0.1 Ethereum is required for a transaction to be confirmed, right? And then you use 0.001, right? Okay, the person that used 0.01 instead of 0.1, his transaction will be validated before your own transaction, even if he sent after your own. So in this case, your own transaction will be pending there until the time that there is no any transaction to be validated. Then they will now validate your own. So in this case, like, you been using lower gas fee for your transaction does not mean that your transaction is going to be cancelled. No, it will keep on pending. It will be there pending until there's no any transaction to be validated. Okay, example, now let's say me now, I send a transaction with 0.1 Ethereum, which is the amount that is required for the transaction to be validated, right? Then maybe you send transaction with 0.2 Ethereum or 0.15 Ethereum, example. Your own transaction, even if I send first before you, but your own transaction will be validated before my own, because validators only validate based on gas fee. They don't care about who sent transaction first, who do this, who do that. They only focus about your money, your gas fee, the money you use. And once your transaction is validated, then the transaction will now be included in a block. That's when you see social confirmations. That's after the validator already validate your transaction before it will now include it to a block as a confirmed transaction.